and welcome.
Silence! The tides beckon. Melusines are beautiful creatures. They are the pride of Fontaine. Be sure to befriend them and cause them no harm. Settle down! Silence! Settle down!
Spring forth! Eyes on me!
Silence! Let the mighty be humbled! Settle down!
Propagate!
Silent! The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Scatter! A reward on the road.
Silence! Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Propagate! Germinate!
Let the mighty be humble!
The hunter, he comes.
There's Settle down! Silence! The tides beckon. Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Power that ended high.
Settle down.
Boba, get them!
Let the mighty be humbled.
Out of the frying pan, into the... Scatter!
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now. Justice is blindsided. Risk is growing, but it poses no threat to me. Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Springboard! Ha! To ashes!
The tides beckon.
Bow your head.
Boba, get them! Now I got stomach cramps. Brace you! Nice and spicy. Race you!
An oversight on my part. Be sanctified. Silence!
Is it what you wish to find? Hopefully the excitement of opening a treasure chest has at least made it a worthwhile experience.
Eyes on me! Eat this! Propagate!
Settle down! Let the mighty be humbled!
Abandoned property belongs to whoever finds it first. So, it's legally yours now. Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate. Mondstadt's water is crisp and pure, while water from Liyue has an enduring aftertaste. In Inazuma, the water possesses a depth of flavor unlike any other. Sumeru's water, meanwhile, has a rich and complex flavor profile, but it must be savored patiently to fully appreciate it.
There'll be an extra fee for that. I'll think about it.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer? Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that. Oh? And I see the Traveler in Paimon.
Chevraz, we meet again.
Well, things have been... I suppose the trade-off...
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did... Indeed it did. I'll need... I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that. Well, are you coming? Not before I know what you're planning. Have I ever made a bad call? The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure? Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the Special Patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a... Neither. I'm requesting... Are you planning to? Not if I can help... All right. Where is this person? Follow me. Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
I'll think about it.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that. This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually...
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could...
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the... But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
because they're trying to show off or something.
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And as a result, Shiori often picks up on all kinds of information.
You scratch my...
Exactly. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people. So, who got on her case this time?
Oh, so this is what happened.
Huh? Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of so he's back.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Uter's done for.
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Huh?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over. It appears you've forgotten. Oh.
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Of course. I'll do. Not to worry, though. Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to...
That's all from me.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he—
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to...
Oh, not if I started with a verb.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be...
Believe it or not.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Oh, that reminds me. There is...
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your fate.
Have I? Well,
Don't you think you're maxed out?
I always pay you back in information. It's just like you said. We're back. You were gone for an awfully long time. There's nothing to worry. What are you talking about? The next time you need to leave with that sort of escort. I'm being serious. Wait, you don't mean... I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, there's really no... Well, you certain... It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends. Well, if you...
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything...
I believe so. I'll try to check...
Paimon's gonna take a guess.
But of course, that's also...
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and...
Even so, I would imagine there's still...
Well,
Then it's still not famous enough.
all of it? Your business would have to get...
Wait, would that mean I...
Alternatively,
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make... Ooh, what is...
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow?
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
No need. We've already booked the models for that. If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see...
Ooh,
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and... I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids' designs.
yep, sounds good. Wait,
Coming up, my husband promised to give me a better...
Ad Astra...
Thank you for
Nothing will stop me from rendering judgment on each of the 7. As the Archon who won the authority of Geo, Deus Ori must be called to trial. If one does not wish to see us on opposite sides of a conflict, they need not worry, for I intend to stay in Fontaine for the foreseeable future, which could well mean another 400 years. As another point of consolation, even when the trial eventually takes place, it is still not a given that the judgment will lead to a physical confrontation. Nothing will stop me from rendering judgment on each of the 7. As the Archon who won the authority of Geo, Deus Ori must be called to trial. If one does not wish to see us on opposite sides of a conflict, they need not worry, for I intend to stay in Fontaine for the foreseeable future, which could well mean another 400 years. I shall fulfill my vow to judge all of the 7 in turn, even if the sky should fall and the ground give way. As the recipient of the authority of Animo, the god of breeze and hope must also stand trial. He spends most of his time being a harmless drunkard. Well, even so, I must meet him for myself and proceed from there. As a survivor of the dragon race who has regained my full dragonhood, I must fulfill my oaths and obligations, even if it means returning all the water in the oceans back to the heavens. In taking the authority of Electro, the Narukami placed herself on the list of the usurpers. She will... Oh, you say she has isolated herself in the plane of Euthymia, and now rarely appears in public. Then I shall pay her a visit in another few centuries. Though the day will come when I put her on trial, I must commend the god of verdure on her sense of responsibility. Few things are without flaws in this world, but the devotion and benevolence she displays are a testament. Though the day will come when I put her on trial, I must commend the god of verdure on her sense of responsibility. Few things are without flaws in this world, but the devotion and benevolence she displayed... Wriothesley is a trustworthy man. Their performances are just fascinating. Now the curtain has finally fallen on her performance. The character she portrayed was an imaginary one, yet in playing that role... So this is what you're truly capable of? And I shall have to get serious...
Did you read the paper?
Chiori, we're here!
You're here early.
Wait, has Kirara...
Yep, with this...
Did everything go all right on the...
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage. The way they marched forward with they took care to clear the path beforehand as well. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent...
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fit.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what...
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she...
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just Well, would you look at the time?
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to
Indeed.
set them up.
Just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Ugh, you didn't get bought out by my competitors, did you? Ugh, this arrangement, it's... never mind. Anyway, over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been, Rita? Your gown will...
Oh,
but
you can...
don't worry about... It's all right. I'm not...
Thank you.
Don't worry about it. Just let me know...
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange?
It's not a big deal. These things happen every... A family emergency, judging from the look on her face.
Well, guess this...
That's true.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this.
Oh,
It's just, not to my...
is there something about it that didn't...
No need.
And I'd be happy...
Chiori here? I'd like...
Another one?
Is there some sort of... Surely the entire...
What kind of rags are you trying to... Please, calm down.
Oh.
Haven't you heard? Chiori, a boutique...
And just...
Well, you tell us.
I've been If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you...
You...
Off!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. The real goal here is to dive...
If you say so, but...
The best way to respond to...
Miss Chiori, bad news.
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of patience?
It's our accessories supplier.
What? No accessories?
Yes, that's what they're meant.
And what about the models?
I think they'll
Even the suppliers believe...
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no...
Not just that.
But...
Alof, you stay and watch the shop.
Yeah, I mean...
Thank you. In that case...
Did you read the paper today?
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face...
Street.
And Wen has found... I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation.
You're right. I only...
So,
No, not at all.
well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Sure,
Someone paid off the tabloids to publish this. It seems your rival...
what sort of...
A photo of...
Yesterday.
Ucher again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Behind the scenes, the true Chioria boutique takes shape, relying on its close
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still,
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon. But it can't be helped.
that's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still,
But that was so long ago.
in the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing. They claim that most of your...
The absurdity.
Well, it's no laugh. Maybe your clientele are criminal, but with the way this...
Venger, are you sure you...
But I'm no longer... I'd be perfectly happy to... Let me offer you a...
You're free to wait things out, Venger. Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way?
Fair enough.
Understood.
सो हेलो गाइस, अगर आप न्यू है चैनल पर तो लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो, सब्सक्राइब कर दो चैनल को।
So,
Without the accessories, public opinion has...
well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking...
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory.
सो हेलो गाइस, अगर आप न्यू है चैनल पर तो चैनल को लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो, सब्सक्राइब कर दो।
Sense of journalistic integrity. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander. I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't...
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some people back on our side!
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person... She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
She was just here.
तो मार्को भाई आगे जाना है अब।
If you ask me, I think Chioria Boutique is done for.
ये वैसे चोरी का जो ये रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ मैं, चोरी की रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ।
Criminals behind their customers' backs.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before. Really? How was it? The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure.
Oh no, we've lost her. Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they...
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little... extreme sometime.
This is all Uter's fault! Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she... Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she...
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's... Elaf, we're back! Oh, who's this?
Ah, this is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out...
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this. But after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chioria dress on my wedding day.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses.
And then?
And then, something happened to the business. And we ran into major mora problems.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left?
Yes. She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on.
Ah, what a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
तो गाइज अगर आप न्यू हो चैनल पर तो चैनल को लाइक कर दो, शेयर कर दो, सब्सक्राइब कर दो प्लीज।
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories...
Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Hey, Olaf!
Huh?
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Oh, I remember now. In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
All right, sounds good. Let's... Chiori?
Uh-huh. How did you know where I... Olaf told you.
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh... Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
All right, don't mind if we do.
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quite...
Yeah. It's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I just...
sorta.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor.
You were that...
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their best. Anyway, a few...
No wonder you left...
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine. A city off... I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a... I had a far more naive view. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also... All right, that's enough sightseeing for one day.
Ooh, looks like you've got...
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter... Charlotte's already working on it.
I don't like duking it out in the press. I know where Uter's...
Sounds good. Well, as for Fashion Week...
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
But...
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do. To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma, and the vow I made in front of those masters. Thinking about all that...
What?
The sea. Seashells...
got...
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
Chiori! Wait, hold up! Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitwal? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Ah, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to us! Enough, right? Chiori, will these do? Great! So are we...
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about when we get back. Okay, we've got the material.
You mean we have to start from...
I should be able to make...
Oh no! Skipping out on sleep is not the answer!
Ganyu? Who's that?
A friend of ours who does way too much overtime. Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though.
What else can we help?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all...
You got it!
You heard me. Tear them all... When I went to that first fashion week, I had to make something work, so I tore up... If it worked back then, why not?
What? You were...
I know.
Um...
No need to be nervous. I won't, of course. Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions. Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. Who did this? Those monsters. Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Ro...
maybe you should calm down a bit first, 'cause he's...
Huh? Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits.
Oh, so that's what happened.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's gonna orchestrate some
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tape.
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you didn't. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agent.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. When are you going to get started? I can help with sewing too.
Actually, there's some...
Ask away.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet?
Oh! Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full...
Not this again.
Great, you're both here.
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the paper. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case,
Okay, so it's like...
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake.
Paimon's glad! Well then, guess it's about time we go, and Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her.
But the show's in an...
Well, according...
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first.
Yeah!
Understood.
Alright, Okay. Oh, Paimon...